Once again I would like to welcome you on the mini-course hosted by AVIATIONLAB about EASA FTL temporary exemptions and FRM in COVID-19 and the recovery phase. Before we start, I would like to remind you our contact points: Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and our website at www.aviationlab.thinkific.com, where some of our quality courses are uploaded and available for distance learning. You could visit our website and have a quick preview of the courses. Moreover, now you could split the payment into 5 monthly payments of only €20. If you need bulk purchase for your company's needs, do not hesitate to contact us for special prices. When you complete any of those courses, a certification will be available for you. All those courses together with others are also available to be delivered in the classroom anywhere in the world. We could also provide you assistance to create your individual flight time specification scheme or to improve your safety management system from the prospect of fatigue risk management. We are looking forward to meeting you. Do not forget to connect and follow to get more industry updates. In Part 4, we talk about the risk assessment procedure. In this part, we will see some points on risk mitigation. The scenarios mainly address the air operators when identifying and addressing the safety hazards associated with the return to normal operations following the COVID-19 pandemic. The scenario has been developed with the support of subject matter experts from air operators, international associations, and national competent authorities. From safety risk management's perspective, the scenario only provides guidelines for consideration. The list of hazards, threats, consequences, and mitigation measures is not exhaustive. The air operator will have to assess whether these proposed elements are relevant and effective. In no case the proposed elements pretend to be sufficient or be the right approach to control the risks to an acceptable level. There is no full risk assessment proposed as such. The comprehensive risk assessment for each identified hazard and consequently the determination of the needed mitigation measures remains the ultimate responsibility of the air operator, as the context may widely vary from one airline to another. It can be also useful to consider the other EASA-developed scenarios, which provide a different list of hazards adapted to the nature of the scenario, but may remain a source of inspiration. Identify those mitigations that are appropriate for your scenario or a combination of scenarios. The proposed mitigation measures are in no case binding because the situation may significantly vary from one airline to another. It is the ultimate responsibility of the air operator to assess whether the suggested measures are relevant, appropriate, or effective. The 3 scenarios that published as amendments on the role of operators' management systems in the COVID-19 recovery phase document categorize the hazards on the following categories. From an organizational perspective. From flight operations perspective. From a training perspective. From an operation control centers and crew schedule department perspective. From the ground department perspective. From a common maintenance perspective. While Table 3 of FTL temporary exemptions under Article 71(1) of the Basic Regulation focuses on FTL exceptions. Let's see some examples now about the recovery phase. As we said before, job uncertainty and financial distress could lead to psychological pressure that drives to errors and lapses, fatigue, diminution of alertness, and increased risk-taking. The operator could establish a program to clearly inform the staff on airline strategy. plan in advance a staff resource plan adapted to the short, mid and long-term operation outlook. Access to mental well-being support programs such as pilot peer support. Direct management contact with staff highlighting the importance of the safety and well-being of all colleagues as a top priority and outlining the employee supports available. Finally, remind the employees of the organization's just culture. Another example relative to this course is about inadequate crew rostering. Lack of, or reduced number of the crew during the restart of operations could lead to crew exceed FTL limitation, crew fatigue, unsafe aircraft operation, flight delay, flight cancelled, increase in use of exemptions. Some of the recommended measures could to review the rostering procedure to ensure efficient and safe management of crew as well as mitigate fatigue. Enhance its fatigue risk management processes and setup involve the Fatigue Safety Action Group. FTL limitations to be fully applied by the operator and to encourage crew to report fatigue to allow detecting fatigue hazards and set up mitigations. The last example coming from Table 3 is about use in flight rest facilities for crew rest at outstation instead of suitable accommodation. This measure is used either because of local government restrictions or to reduce exposure of crew members to COVID-19. Is valid to prepare relative procedures as we see that countries take measures in short notice. This exception could be very useful, but some measures should be taken to ensure a minimum quality of rest. Some of the measures could be Class 1 or 2 crew rest facilities must be fully operational including light control, temperature control, and window shades. Pool or AVIATIONLAB connected and provides electrical and temperature control. The onboard washroom and toilet must be operational. Access to airport facilities for physiological needs, if possible. And no loading or servicing of the aircraft should take place during crew rest. We could add proper and enough food and water for all crew members. The previous scenarios and mitigations should be used as guidance and inspiration tools as each route, each region, and each operator could be different. Is more worthy to refer to some basic principles that should govern the mitigation measures that an operator is established. During this crisis, team working will play a vital role. The team collaboration could be established through creating of COVID-19 Action Group or upgrade the role of Fatigue Safety Action Group. Through those groups you will get more information from many sides, be able to get more views. You will be sure that the procedure that established from one department does not have a negative effect on another department. You will be able to prioritize the needs and the necessity of a newly established procedure will be understood from everybody within the organization. Contact a local representative to get more accurate information to plan adequate. Moreover, through the planning phase, engagement of local representatives will ensure the smoothest operation in the future. Frontline staff could bring back a great amount of experience and information about the operation. By engaging crew and other staff into planning could increase the quality of the plan and increase morale. Just culture is the key to a successful fatigue risk management program, especially now where various pressures could decrease safety performance. The operator should pay more attention to this principle. Monitoring is vital to ensure that your established procedures work properly and to take measures of new mitigations when required. Especially when the operator uses a kind of exception, whether to change the business model or when resume operation. Quick feedback could be getting through FDM reports, safety and occurrence reports, fatigue reports and delay reports. The crew members should not only be encouraged to report, but also in some cases, they should be asked to fill a special report about the challenges that they faced during a route. As the operation environment continuously changes, the operator should monitor continuously the safety performance and be ready to change again and again decisions. Finally, measures should be taken to be all involved parties informed about changes. The operator should spread information to everybody through appropriate channels, should formally establish temporary procedures, provide training for those procedures and other operational challenges, inform for rapid changes timely, and consolidate the documents in a way that is easy to be restored and reviewed from anyone. Note that especially when establishing many procedures in rush, it is common to leave behind older procedures that are conflict with the new. Ensure not only the creation of a new procedure, but also the cancellation of the old one. As a conclusion, let's look again the main points of this course. EASA FTL exemptions are temporary measures, applies only on specific articles, and only under authority's approval, for a specified period, to serve a social need, and only under conditions. Risk assessment is required before applying for FTL exception, but also to adapt to changing conditions on return into normal operations. For the risk assessment, lack of data and previous experience through the aviation community are important factors that should be considered. Mitigation required to keep safety within acceptable limits. This is not a one-time procedure, as continuously changes, pressures from all directions including physiological, psychological, legal, financial, and commercial factors could affect the decisions. Return normal operation is not a return into previous conditions, but also hides new challenges that the operator should manage. This is the end of this mini-course. I hope that you enjoyed and get some help or ideas to promote safety and avoid fatigue through this difficult and challenging period. We mention many times that the operating environment will change continuously, so we have to adapt and find new approaches to manage fatigue. In AVIATIONLAB, we strongly believe in planning and training. Do not hesitate to contact us to find together the appropriate solution for your needs. We could design for you an appropriate fatigue management program. You could visit our website at www.aviationlab.thinkIFIC.com to check the available courses and new offers. Select the contact button and send us an email. We will be glad to talk with you. For more instant contact, find our Facebook or LinkedIn pages and contact through those channels, and do not forget to follow our YouTube channel for more updates. Thank you for your attention.